Yo guys, in this video I'm going to do a review on Cradles. I'm going to be brutally honest in this video, and they have an upcoming land sale, so because of that I think you want to hear what I have to say before you even consider buying assets for the game. And so guys, if you're excited for this one, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, it will help me grow and reach a wider audience, of course, and let's go. Alright guys, so Cradles is an open world MMO RPG set up in a prehistoric lands, but in their white paper you can read that this is going to be something very special. You will have different timelines. The world will be divided into portals where they can lead you to infinite lands where basically time will pass differently, so you might be having one land that is just already like a future one is just super prehistoric before humans, and whatever time passes differently there, and not every character can survive out there. So in this video, of course those features were not implemented, and honestly I don't really know how they will do that. This is something that is intriguing, exciting, and I cannot wait to see how those features will perform. But from what I see now, that was just a basic game loop. Honestly, not really super exciting. Well, first, when I entered the game, I had a really nice experience because of the character creation. I could literally do anybody. It allowed me to change my height, all the parameters of the face, and stuff like that, which I really liked. Basically, like if you played any Elder Scrolls series, it was something like that. So that was a really big feature. Also, this is Unreal Engine 5, so all the textures look polished. I did a character that resembles a drow from Dungeons and Dragons, and also I did a character that resembles a guy who is yeah, goofy, and that's it. The game loop was pretty standard. So you go, you take a generic quests were really generic, so I'm not gonna say I really liked them or enjoyed. It was just go kill raptors, go bring me some stuff that I left in the forest, go bring me some, no fluff, no flavor, no really, not super tied to the lore. I think like after a while you had a feeling, why am I doing this? Like there had something, but I had a feeling like it was done by like really poor and sloppy AI. So in that terms, not super special. But in general, you progressed with your character by just completing those quests and killing monsters. Second thing, what actually I really like was the progression of your weapons. So you were advancing your character by completing quests and killing monsters, but you also advanced your weapons if you are just using them. So similar like in Elder Scrolls series, where you, for example, you're shooting from the bow, so your bow skill is increasing. So after you do that, you unlock some new feats for the weapon that you're using, and that is something that I really like. You also had some points where you can just assign them, so you could basically learn the skill faster. So if I'm, for example, right now mining, I can assign my skill points and they would boost my mining learning skill. And that's a cool thing. This is something that I really liked. In terms of weapons, you had a different variety of weapons, and all of them had really cool visuals if it comes to attack, but you could see immediately that this is basically like when you're attacking, you're just triggering the animation to be played, and it not really reflects what you actually want to do with your attack. So sometimes you just cannot stop attack because you clicked like attack too many times. And that was sometimes frustrating because you're attacking with katana, and at the end of the sequence he's just waving the katana around and puts it into a scabbard, scabbard or seat or whatever it's called. And even though you're surrounded by enemies, this guy is just waving the katana and puts it in the scabbard by while being hit many times, and you cannot do anything. You cannot roll out, you cannot escape anyhow. That sucks. Same with jumping. It's okay, but sometimes he just random, like most of the time he randomly starts to parkour over some objects. So this is something that they really need to work on, especially with jumping. Like if you jump in a one place, I'm just jumping up and suddenly I'm landing and this guy is rolling, or jumping on something that is higher and this guy is rolling. Like physically it's impossible, it makes no sense. Fix it please, because it's sloppy. Like those things are totally visible right away after playing. So why would you not do it? I think just got some, if you ever done anything like in Unreal Engine, you could immediately do something like you can download basically rigged characters where they have certain animation, stuff like that. And I have a feeling that it's done like similar like that. But of course, I don't know. And because of those animations, because of also hitboxes where you're attacking, sometimes, you're attacking, you're going forward, your enemy is behind, somehow he's getting hit. I don't know how it works, but also this makes the game feels totally random, and especially in terms of PvP, like it's really hard to say like, is this a skill or is this luck? So not really exciting at that point. Especially also they have a feature where you go into those PvP zones. When you die, you die. Like you don't have any equipment. You're losing all the equipment that you had. So well, it's fun if you're like actually can say, "Yo, I died because the guy was better than me." But if it's like, I don't know what's going on, and yeah, that's not really cool, and I don't think it's appealing, and gamers not gonna like this. So yeah, the crafting was really cool. Had a lot of different materials, a lot of different components, but blueprints were just randomly dropped from monsters. Okay, and that's fine. That's something that is, well, in many games we already seen it. Okay, and land. Another thing is land. Like lands and maps in general, they felt really, really like random. Like sometimes I was walking around and I saw like a bank in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, who the fuck was responsible for that shit? Like, and sometimes some assets were just like flying above the ground, or they were not placed properly. Or you had a windmill, water mill, where there was completely no water. Like, why would you do it? Like, completely, like, it felt like somebody just bought some assets from from Unreal Engine store or Unity store, and they just like placed it randomly in a game. Like, oh, I'm gonna place that shit here. And suddenly, boom, there's a village that has just no purpose. Like, you don't understand what the fuck is going on with this world. So, world is empty. It's just stupid. And guys, I was streaming this game many times for some communities that I'm in that they didn't have access, so they could just check out like how the game looks like. And literally, like most of the people who were jumping in, just like 5 seconds of the stream was like, "Whoa, this game looks really fucking cool," because it's Unreal Engine 5, and those games just gonna look really nice and appealing. But if you actually played it and if you actually worked with Unreal Engine 5, it's really not that difficult to make. You can basically, Unreal Engine 5 is so easy to use, and so like it's already has a super cool graphic assets, so you can do really a lot without really putting too much work. And that is something that is visible just in Cradles. So I don't know, they don't really have anything that I would be like, whoa, super, that is wow. In general, this is the thing that you have to realize. It's really easy to do something that looks nice in Unreal Engine. I literally have been playing around 10 hours in Unreal Engine and I created pretty decent castle, and I never had any, like when I was doing it, I would never put it like randomly so one thing is above the ground or something. It's just this is a sloppy design, and that makes me worry about like who is responsible actually to check people that are responsible for placing those assets, for creating the game, for creating the world. This is just too many things that are not properly done for me, that it doesn't feel right. In general, after reading Whitepaper, I was really excited because they have a lot of really cool, unique concepts that like you want to see in the games. Like the concept with basically time travel. They basically have like a new NFT standard. So this is ERC 3664, and it basically allows you to be like dynamic. So the features of NFT can change. So for example, if you have a weapon and this is NFT, like if you upgrade it, this NFT will have a higher attack or health or whatever, depending on the item. So a lot of those customizable, that you can add NFTs together or something. So a new standard, the game that is going to be totally on chain, that seems to be super cool. But like when you play the game, it's just really nothing special. And this brings me to this last thing, that is the land sale, that is the upcoming land sale. If you're going to their Twitter, they announced like yesterday or 2 days ago that land sale has arrived. First release is 200 plots for a price of one goddamn ETH. Guys, that's a fucking lot of money. Honestly, like I would think twice. Like $50 is super max, I would pray, but they would have to really provide me with some really cool experience before I would buy that shit. So that is something that you really want to be looking out for, because everything you see from the trailers, it looks nice because this is Unreal Engine 5 and there's some animations that are just looking very effective. But if you're thinking about this as an investment, and of course this is not a financial advice, you have to understand, why would this land increase value? The game has to attract players, and right now this game is not sexy enough to attract anybody. Because literally, I will show you guys, there's a game right now on Steam, boom, that is available for $20, and this is also Dino world creation and stuff like that, Grand M price, and you have like literally, you can ride the dinosaurs, you can drive ships, and you can actually traveling through space, and there's so many other cool stuff you can do in this game, and that costs $20 on Steam. Cradles land costs one ETH, which is $1,800 right now. And also there's some shady stuff around it, because info was suddenly just released like the land sale is here like yesterday, and now boom, last sold out 100. And of course they explained that it was only for like collaboration partners or for advisors and whole team. But was this supposed to generate hype? I don't know. I'm just trying to warn you that what I see is makes me worried. I would love to see Cradles being a really nice game, and I would love to see them delivering all of this that they were checking in the white paper. But for now, it's a series of disappointment. The Republic first game will disrupt the entire blockchain gaming world. Well, guys, honestly, fucking way. No, not gonna disrupt shit. First, gonna have to do way better job in placing all those assets on a map and doing like stuff that makes the game fun and playable, and. So I don't recommend aping into that stuff. I know that because of the community, well, they were complaining about the land price and that they probably gonna reduce it. But seriously, land for the game that is not completed, and it's far from being completed, and it's far from being okay, because I don't see all those things that they promised. Also, if you look at the website, there's another red flag that I see. Like, if you're a studio that is really want to do original game, then at least, like, if you go to their website, you have different Pangea world maps, so the different factions. And if you just jump through the factions, you can immediately see that these were done by some AI generated stuff. Like that, this makes no sense. It's totally different, you know. Even the art style is like barely aligned. So I just don't see a triple A studio being lazy about this stuff. So that makes me worried. So I would recommend you to wait with the land sales. Also, I would recommend the Cradles team to also wait, just deliver a little more polished thing, and then make a lens. There are some things that you would say makes you bullish. Animoca Brands is a investor, but honestly, Animoca Brands is basically investing in many games. They're at this point, I see that they're just literally using like spray and pray tactic. It's very similar to be trading shitcoins. Right now, you're just putting some money into 10, and hopefully like 9 will go down, what one will make you tons of money. Guys, this was Cradles. They're gonna have a community playtest soon again, and I hope they're gonna fix a lot of this stuff. So if they do, I'm gonna definitely update you guys on this. I really want them to succeed. I really want to see all those things that they've written in the white paper, because they are really exciting. All this NFT features and all this, different times, then everything will be basically written on the blockchain. That is exciting stuff. But from what I see now, it's far from being completed, and there's going to be way better games that will execute way faster. And right now, this market totally doesn't have place for something that is just sloppy, because soon there are going to be better studios coming in with VC funding, with stuff like that, and it, stuff that is just poorly done will just perish. And also with this, your investment, your potential investment. So if you think you're going to buy a land and you're going to sell it for later, you have to always check, will this game have users? What will make it attractive so the users will come? Right now, not much. In the future, I hope so, because there's nothing more sad than empty MMORPG. So guys, thanks for watching. That was a longer one. I hope you guys got some value out of it. Follow me on Twitter. I also post sometimes shit that is cool there, or things that I'm interested in. And smash the like button, subscribe, and leave the comment. I want to know what's your experience with Cradles, if you had one. If you're not, are you going to play the community beta playtest? Let's try to also make this game, well, more pleasant. I think like some harsh feedback sometimes is needed, especially if the founders really want to make a good game. So yeah, guys, take care. Yo.